Happy Sunday, BSL fans, and happy final regular season game, BSL Sunday, as the Pharaohs are at home hosting the Comets.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the broadcast booth. My name is Hot Manson, and I will be the commentator for today's final regular season game of the 2020 Bucket Shot League season. The Pharaohs are at home against the Comets. Now, all playoff implications ride on this match. All three teams mathematically in it to get that first seed of the league and that first round bye. So let's break down the playoff scenarios before the match kicks off. The easiest playoff scenario to go over would be the Comets, the away team. If the Comets win today's matchup, they are in, they have the best record in the BSL, and they get that first round bye. Now, the second scenario we're going to go over is the team that's not playing today, the Pride. If the Pharaohs were to walk away from today's game with a win, the Pride would be in very good shape to get that first round bye. But there's some complications in that itself. The Pride have a decent margin over the Pharaohs in terms of points for. If the Pharaohs score 14 or less points in today's matchup and get a win, the Pride would still have the tiebreaker of points for over the Pharaohs. So that leaves us to the third scenario, the Pharaohs. In order for the Pharaohs to secure that first seed in the league and that first round bye, they would have to do the following. They would have to beat the Comets by more or equal to of 2 points, and they would have to score more than 14 points. With those conditions met, they would hold the tiebreaker over the other two remaining teams and secure that first round bye. Now, I have my team over here. We're going to feed you the information about all the different playoff implications that happen throughout the match. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, it looks like we're ready to start. Let the final Bucket Shot League regular game season commence. And we bring you, as we always do, 8+ minutes of commercial-free bucket shot.
Welcome to week 12 and the final week of the bucket shot regular season. Home Pharaohs, are you ready?
Here we go, come on baby, you already know, Pharaoh time, let's go.
Away Comets, are you ready? I want a clean game. Play ball.
The referee has confirmed both teams are ready to play. The Pharaohs, Donald Clark, captain, he gets his fans riled up here, as you see in the background. Crystal Field has slowly begun letting fans around the stadium for CDC guidelines, and we are kicked off. First kick of the Comets here, misses wide left of the pylon. That was wide left. Pretty beautiful evening today at Crystal Field. Temperature just right, a little bit warm. Fans enjoying the first-hand action in the background. Donovan Clark of the Pharaohs lines up his shot, gives it the boot. Aerial shot, this one's curving left, good for 1 point. Pharaohs take first blood. You can see what's updated now. If the score were to hold, the Pride would actually get that first round bye due to points for. This result held up, and the shot from the Comets is good for a 3-pointer. And just like that, the playoff indications have switched. If this result holds, of course, the Comets would finish the league in first place, the only team with a 5-3 record. Donovan Clark shot of the Pharaohs here, shaked off to the left. This one's rolling over to the side fence. This one's just barely gonna miss it. See Donovan signaling his coach on the sideline there. Some different strategy to go over. Bill Clark of the Comets looking to add on to this 2-point lead. Also trying to secure the best record in the BSL. And this shot hits the bucket again. That's going to be another 3-pointer, up by 5 against the Pharaohs. Donovan Clark of the Pharaohs, team captain. Little known fact, he's actually the team captain of his recreational volleyball team. So I'm going to have some of that skill set pay off for him here as he gives this one the boots. A ground ball, didn't get the hit he wanted, but still rolls it forward for a 1-pointer. Pharaohs trying to stay with it here. So they're down by 4. Bill Clark of the Comets gives it the boot. This one's wide right. His 4th kick of the game. Murata's 1st kick of the game. No points there. Fans quiet down for the Pharaohs. Dom Clark places his shot. Gives it the boot. That's a better strike. A little bit too far. He just hits the pylon. You have to wonder if that shot didn't hit the pylon. That might have went right for that side fence. But a point's a point in this league. Pharaohs now down by 3. Bill Clark of the Comets lines up his shot. Winds up, gives it the boot. The Swans roll in slowly towards the bucket. Stopped by the Pharaohs for 1 point. Score now 3-7 in favor of the away team. Pharaohs down by 4. The playoff indications have not switched. If this results hold, the Comets are going to get that first seed. A good shot here. This one hits the bucket. 3-pointer for the Pharaohs. It's been a while since the Pharaoh fans at home seen that dance. It's a 3-pointer, and now the Pharaohs brought it within 1 point. Still need some work to do if they try to get that first seed, but they want to win as well. His kick by the Comets is shanked off to the left, almost hits the side of the house there. Stopped just short. Dom Clark of the Pharaohs lines up his shot. Every shot crucial for getting that first round bye of the Pharaohs. Dom shot, another aerial, curves to the left. This one hits the bucket again. And just like that, the home team pulls out in front. Home team, Pharaohs now in control, up by 2. If this result holds, it's going to be in favor of the Pride to get that first seed of the playoffs. Comets looking to answer back. Shots going, a slow roller. This one hits the pylon, good for 1. High scoring affair. This game is shaping out to be one of those classics. You could just feel it. Fans quiet down for the Pharaohs. All they need is 1 point to get this to the all-important 10+ score. Dom gets the arrow shot. Didn't get the curve on it that he needed. Misses it wide right. Still up by 1. Missed opportunity for the Pharaohs. Will Bill Clark of the Comets take advantage? Shots going off, straight shot. This one's curving right and stops short of the bucket. Pharaohs and Comets, 9-9. A complete replica of their Week 3 matchup. This time, Pharaohs are at home. Pharaohs. Next shot coming up here. Another aerial shot. It's got good line here. Goes right in the bucket. That's a 5-pointer. 14 points now for the Pharaohs. And the fans think they have their first home win in sights. Signature dance for the Pharaohs. Comets now down by 5. We need to hit the bucket to stay alive, which might actually turn out in favor of the Pharaohs, because if they get at least 1 more point, beat the Comets by at least 2, they will have that first seed. If this result holds, it's going to be in favor of the Pride. Comet shot goes off, straight shot. This one's in the bucket itself. We are tied at 14-14. Fans boo, but some of the fans know in the stands know that the Pharaohs win this game by 2 or more, they will get that first seed of the playoffs. Fans quiet down, and just like that, we have just been informed that the Pride have been eliminated from first seed playoff contention. The first seed is going to belong to either the Pharaohs or the Comets. Dom Clark gives it a boot, another aerial shot, curve left. This one's a 3-pointer. 3-pointer. Pharaohs think they could have had more. They're looking for a penalty.
I think you hit the bucket too. That's a flag. Oh my goodness.
Pharaohs think it was stopped short, but nevertheless, that's a 3-pointer. If this result holds, or if the Comets get a 1-pointer, the Pharaohs are your first place team for the first ever Bucket Shot League regular season. Comets in the comeback period. We've seen this happen before. We also have next gen stats. This is the highest scoring game ever in BSL history. Highest scoring by 1 team. The shot's going off by Bill Clark, and this one's not going to do it. He's going to get 1 point, and the Pharaohs at home will get the first seed of the playoffs. A miraculous effort. The fans are going crazy. This is the loudest I've ever heard Crystal Field.
Interesting game there. Interesting game. What are your thoughts? What are your after game thoughts?
Interesting game. We had an early lead. The other team had a few bucket hits. Came back with the lead. We tied it up. They hit a 5-pointer to put it to 14 points. We tied it up then. They hit the bucket again. We just couldn't keep up at the end there. Anytime you score 15 points, you expect to win, but this week it just wasn't enough. I think 15 points will get us a win in playoffs though.
Okay, thank you. Pharaohs, tell me how you feel after that victory.
I mean, what have I been saying all season? We're the best team in the league. We secure that #1 seed for a reason, getting 17 points. That's the most in any game ever. I mean, great game, Comets. Oh man, it was just, everything was working for us. It was a little bit scary early on, only getting the 1-pointers, but like I said, accuracy just inside the pylons. You're bound to get a bucket hit, bucket shots too.
Thank you.
Under normal circumstances, some fans would be lined up outside of Crystal Field. Diamond paying homage to his home team crowd. As we see the box score here, Comets got off to an early start, but Pharaohs poured it on at the end. Pharaohs are going to take this one 17-15 in a thrilling home win. Now we take a look at the final regular season standings. The Pharaohs finished first. All teams 4-4. Pharaohs have the tiebreaker over the other two teams. Comets, of course, have their tiebreaker over the Pride. So the Pride finished third, Comets second, Pharaohs first. And here's how the BSL 2020 playoff bracket is going to shape up. As we said, we had a 3-way tie. Pharaohs and Comets tied in total points, but the Pharaohs have the tiebreakers versus the Comets. So Pharaohs are going to get that bye to the championship match. Comets and Pride next week.
This footage is not copyrighted by the BSL for the private use of our audience. Any of the use of this footage or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the BSL's consent is encouraged.